Why 90% of people will never be rich. 90% of people will never become rich. Not because they lack intelligence, not because they lack ambition, and not because wealth is impossible, but because they follow a financial script they never consciously chose. A script written long before they understood money. A script reinforced by school, family, society, and culture. A script that feels safe, but quietly limits their future. From childhood, most people are taught a simple formula. Study hard, get good grades, find a stable job, work consistently, save what you can, retire someday. It sounds responsible, it sounds mature, but here is the uncomfortable truth. That formula was designed for stability, not for wealth. The modern education system was built during the industrial era. Its purpose was to produce disciplined, reliable workers, people who could follow instructions, show up on time, and maintain predictable output. It was never designed to create financially independent thinkers. You were trained to earn income, not to build assets. And there is a massive difference. Most people believe that a higher salary is the path to becoming rich. But income alone does not create wealth. Income creates lifestyle. Assets create freedom. If your income depends entirely on your time, then your financial life is fragile. You may earn $60,000 a year. You may earn $150,000 a year, even $300,000 a year. But if your income stops the moment you stop working, you are not financially free. You are financially active. The wealthy understand something most people never deeply internalize. Ownership matters more than income. They build businesses that operate without their constant presence. They invest in assets that appreciate over time. They acquire equity in companies. They purchase real estate that generates consistent cash flow. While most people trade time for money, the wealthy build systems that generate money without constant time. Over decades, that difference compounds dramatically. But the biggest obstacle is not strategy, it is psychology. Most people carry hidden beliefs about money that shape their decisions. Beliefs they never chose consciously. Maybe growing up you heard, rich people are greedy. Money changes people. We're not the type of family that becomes wealthy. Be realistic. These phrases seem harmless, but repeated often enough, they become internal rules. And your brain will always try to stay consistent with your internal rules. If you subconsciously believe that wealth is associated with arrogance, corruption, or selfishness, you will never fully pursue it, even if you say you want it, because your identity will resist it. You cannot outperform your identity for long. If deep down you see yourself as just middle class, you will make middle-class decisions. You will avoid large risks. You will avoid large opportunities. You will underprice your value. You will prioritize security over growth. And over time, those small decisions create predictable outcomes. There is another silent force keeping 90% financially average. Comfort. Comfort feels safe. A steady paycheck feels reliable. A predictable routine feels secure. A fixed salary feels controllable. But wealth requires uncertainty. It requires delayed gratification. It requires investing money instead of spending it. It requires building something that may not pay off immediately. And most people are not trained to tolerate uncertainty, so they choose comfort repeatedly. They stay in jobs they have outgrown. They avoid starting businesses they think about daily. They delay investing because it feels risky. But here's the paradox. The biggest long-term risk is avoiding short-term discomfort. Over 30 years, comfort becomes expensive. Now consider two individuals, both graduate at 22. Both earn similar salaries. The first increases lifestyle every time income increases. A raise means a nicer car. A bonus means a more expensive apartment. A promotion means new monthly expenses. Income grows, but expenses grow just as fast. The second individual makes a different decision. Each time income increases, investments increase first. Extra money goes into assets, into index funds, into business ventures, into real estate, into learning skills that increase future earning potential. Lifestyle improves slowly, strategically. At age 30, they look similar. At age 40, the difference becomes visible. At age 50, the difference is dramatic. One depends entirely on employment. The other owns systems. The gap was not created overnight. It was created through consistent alignment. Time is the multiplier most people underestimate. Compounding does not feel exciting at first. The first $10,000 invested grows slowly. The first business profits feel small. The first rental property barely moves the needle. But compounding is exponential. It accelerates quietly. The problem is that most people expect linear growth. They expect visible progress quickly. When results do not appear immediately, they lose patience. They quit. They withdraw investments. They abandon projects. They chase something new. And they reset the compounding clock repeatedly. Wealth requires staying consistent long enough for exponential growth to appear. Few people have the patience. Another factor is social conditioning. Look at your environment. What does it celebrate? New cars, luxury brands, expensive vacations, or ownership, equity, investments, cash flow. Most social environments reward visible consumption. They do not reward invisible investment. Buying a new car gets attention. Increasing your net worth quietly does not. So many people subconsciously choose what gets approval. They optimize for image instead of assets. And image rarely compounds. So why will 90% never become rich? Because becoming wealthy requires internal transformation. It requires questioning beliefs that feel familiar. It requires resisting social pressure. It requires delaying gratification while others indulge. It requires tolerating uncertainty while others seek comfort. It requires long-term thinking in a short-term culture. Most people are capable, but most people are not willing to change identity. And wealth is deeply tied to identity. You must see yourself as someone who builds assets, as someone who invests consistently, as someone who thinks in decades, as someone who values ownership over appearance. Until that shift happens, behavior stays the same, and outcomes stay predictable. Wealth is not magic. It is not reserved for a special class of people. It is the result of aligned psychology and consistent strategy over time. When you understand assets, when you control lifestyle inflation, when you increase income but keep expenses disciplined, when you invest systematically, when you build ownership instead of status, wealth becomes less mysterious. It becomes mathematical. And math, when applied consistently, produces results. If you want to escape the 90%, the first step is awareness. Recognize the script. Recognize the beliefs. Recognize the comfort patterns. Then begin small. Study financial education intentionally. Track your net worth. Increase your investment rate before your lifestyle. Build one asset, then another. Do not chase appearance, chase ownership. Because the world will not stop you from becoming wealthy, but it will constantly distract you from it. And once you understand that, you stop drifting through a financial script, and you start designing a financial strategy. And when strategy replaces default behavior, wealth stops being unlikely and starts becoming inevitable.